What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing out there, YouTube world? This is the one and only Jay. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, I haven't posted a video in a while. This will be my second video for my YouTube account. So, last video I made was a review to the movie Grave Encounters 2. Looked at it, I have 18 views. That may not be a lot for 1 month, but thanks for the people who watched it. Hopefully I helped you out a little bit and do a whole lot of spoilers for you, but yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But today I am making a video regarding something that I'm very excited about. And I am recording this from my hometown of Phoenix, Arizona, where, many of you may know, many of you may not know, but for the people who do know, you guessed it, it is Sunday, January 27th, Royal Rumble. WWE's Royal Rumble will be here, and they're here. They are here, ladies and gentlemen. The Royal Rumble has arrived, and this is going to be a prediction. And I just want to, prediction video, and I just want to talk about the things that I feel are going to go on in this Rumble and what I think is going to happen. I know a lot of people are probably going to start looking at some of these, so first off, I'm not going to be going, sadly. You know what I mean? I was pretty pissed when I found out I wasn't going to be going. Tickets were sold out. I didn't have a whole lot of money saved for it, so but I will be watching it either from this computer or my smartphone, my touch Slack. Just thought I'd show it. But anyway, on to what I want to talk about. The matches for the Royal Rumble are alright. You know what I mean? There have been some good matches in the past. Last year's Royal Rumble was good. I watched it. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. The matches were great. CM Punk and Ziggler was really good for the WWE Championship. John Laurinaitis' bitch ass, trying to be the special referee and whatnot. And then the world title match was really good. Triple threat, steel cage, Mark Henry, Big Show, Daniel Bryan. At that time, I wasn't that big of a Daniel Bryan fan as I am now. I still didn't really like the guy. I thought this guy won this freaking match by a fluke and whatnot. But the guy did it. It was great. Sheamus went on to win the Rumble. He was like my fifth pick to win it. My first, of course, was Chris Jericho, who was eliminated. It was a great Rumble. It was good. Fast forward 1 year, they're here in Phoenix. This year looks like it is going to be good. I am really looking forward to this. Like I said, the matches they're all right. But just the Rumble itself is going to be great. So the first match I am here to talk about will be the Divas Championship between Kaitlyn and Tamina Snuka. Superfly. Anyway, this match isn't as great. The Divas division has kind of fallen off. We have lost a lot of Divas. Melina, Beth Phoenix, Kelly, Maria, Mickie James, Maurice, Jillian. We've lost all the great Divas. I'm not saying none of the Divas, we still got Natalya. That's about it I could really say. AJ's great. She's hot. You know what I mean? Kaitlyn is good. Tamina. But I just feel like, Alicia. But the Diva division hasn't been even great. I am actually happy that Triple H and Mr. McMahon and the whole WWE are working on the tag team division. We have some great tag teams out there. Diva division, to me, a lot of the Divas left due to the fact that they knew the Diva division wasn't going anywhere anymore. Will we see some more Divas around? Maybe. But until then, But anyway, back to what I was saying. Houston, Texas, Monday Night Raw. Kaitlyn won that title from Eve. Eve quit that same night, and I was just happy and sad at the same time. I was happy because Kaitlyn right now is my favorite Diva. She has been ever since, hasn't always been my favorite, but I have been behind her. I've seen her grow since NXT. A couple years back, and she's great, bro. She is fine, hot, and that Divas title looks good with her. I'm very confident that Kaitlyn can pull off a good victory over Tamina tonight. It should be and possibly will be a great match, depending on what we're looking at. I mean, a lot of people don't really like watching Divas matches. I don't necessarily like watching them make a sandwich or, get the laundry out or go to the bathroom when the Divas matches are on. I just like them because they're pretty faces. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with that. But Kaitlyn is very skilled. She has the beauty, the strength. She kind of reminds me of Beth Phoenix, but not as dominant. She can move very well like a Mickie James, but at the same time, it's the power of a Beth Phoenix, which I like. Then she's just fine, It goes on to Tamina. Tamina, the daughter of Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Super fly. Just saying. We haven't, Tamina, when she first came on the scene, she was with the Usos, and, sorry. She wasn't, I thought maybe she would just be a manager. Like years ago, we saw Jillian was with JBL for a while. I thought she was just going to be another manager. Katie Lee Burchill was with her brother. Maurice was with Ted for a while. She wasn't wrestling that much anymore. She was more just she was just there. And now AJ with Dolph, I thought she was just going to be another girl who walks around with these guys. And then she started wrestling, she's got it in her blood. She's the daughter of the Hall of Famer Superfly. So, she's very talented. She left due to injury. She returned to attack AJ, and I thought, an AJ, Vicky Guerrero thing is going to continue with Tamina. That's not really what happened. They just kind of threw her in and blah. Which they have done with a lot of this people these days. Like Kane returned, we thought he was going to be the monster attacking Cena. Now he's with Daniel Bryan hugging. So this Divas match, I'm not really sure where. I don't really see where it's going to exactly go. Hopefully it's going to be great. So my prediction from watching the Divas compete on their own separate occasions plus against each other, my pick to win that match and to retain her Divas title is Kaitlyn. Not just because she's my favorite Diva at this moment. I just believe she can pull off a victory against Tamina Snuka. If Tamina wins, I'll be shocked. But right now, I'm going with Kaitlyn. Thumbs up. That is great. The next match I want to get into is the tag team titles. I'm, Team Hell No, the hugging and the more hugging. And then we have Team Rhodes Scholars. Team Hell No kind of came together by not necessarily an accident. They necessarily came together with the whole AJ and CM Punk thing going on, the love triangle, 4 people in this whole love thing. And they became a team. They won the tag titles from Kofi and Truth by a fluke. They argued, they finally got each other. Now they are on the same page. I mean, there's not much to say. Exactly, these guys going on. I mean, they're alright. They're not dominant. I mean, another tag team which I can recall kind of came together by a little bit of an accident was Show Miz. They just teamed together. They became a dominant team. I'd rather be watching Show Miz than Kane and Daniel Bryan. Kane and Daniel Bryan, single competitors, whether they're face or heel, are good. Kane is a better heel than me. Daniel Bryan is just an obnoxious guy like Miz. With the whole yes, and then now the no. Like, yes, we get it. No, yes, we don't care. I don't really. Daniel Bryan, I actually started going behind him when he lost at WrestleMania. Believe it or not, you would think, why am I going to go behind this guy? He just lost to my boy Sheamus, you know what I mean? I just feel that Daniel Bryan started stepping up his game. He started facing CM Punk, and it was amazing. I mean, their match at Money in the Bank, I did not go to that. It was here in Phoenix, but it was good. I watched it. It was very good. And then the whole tag teaming. So, same with Kane. I mean, he returned, faced Cena. They just threw him in a mid-card match at WrestleMania with my boy Orton. Orton should have been in the world title match. Of course, it didn't happen. So, for Team Hell No, I don't know what really we can expect from them. They're a good team, but I don't know. Team Rhodes Scholars, though, I believe they are a great team. I mean, what's not to like about them? Oh, I forgot. Damien Sandow. I am not a big fan of Damien Sandow. savior of the masses and all this crap. I'm just not a big fan of him. I mean, he's a good competitor. He is very well gifted. He is very good, but I don't like the guy. But Cody Rhodes, on the other hand, is my guy. He is awesome. The mustache, I like it. Because I always talk about it. I always say it, that there are 4 guys right now in the business who are the future. And one of those 4 is Cody Rhodes. Dolph Ziggler is another. He won the Money in the Bank. Kofi Kingston and Wade Barrett. Those are the 4 guys I believe who are going to be the John Cenas, the Randy Ortons, the Triple H's, and the Shawn Michaels of the future. That's just me, though. But Team Rhodes Scholars are a good team. They work well together. You know, I'm not really trying to spend a whole lot on the Divas and the tag team. That's not what I'm here to talk about, really. I'm just throwing that in because of my prediction. So, to wrap what I set up a little bit, well, I mean, the reason why I think first off, let me just say my prediction. My prediction is Team Rhodes Scholars to win the tag titles. That is my pick. Because Damien Sandow is a cool guy. He's got good moves. He's very good in the ring. But Cody Rhodes is the guy I believe is the reason why this team is going to win. He is a former tag team champion, teamed with some of the best guys. Hardcore Holly, Ted DiBiase, Drew McIntyre. He has had great teams. He's held tag gold before, so I believe it is Team Rhodes Scholars' time. I could be wrong. I thought it was the Prime Times Players' time, but obviously that didn't happen. But I believe Team Rhodes Scholars is going to be Team Hell No. As for Kane and Daniel Bryan, hell no. They're not walking out with those tag titles. Just point blank. Alright, spent about a good 11 minutes, 50 seconds just talking about Divas and Tag Team. Now we're on to the World Heavyweight Championship. Last man standing. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but at the same time, it's like we saw it already. But, forget it. Might as well have it. Alberto Del Rio. He is one of these superstars that I can't recall another one that I have been behind since day one. I have liked and disliked guys. Edge, I've liked and disliked. Orton, Cena, I've liked and disliked. Triple H, I've liked and disliked. Shawn. You know what I mean? Dolph, I've liked and disliked. Cody, disliked and liked. But Alberto, I have liked since the beginning. Since that day he walked on a SmackDown, and Rey Mysterio was my boy, but he took him out. He took out Christian. He won the 40-man Royal Rumble, the biggest Royal Rumble in history. It was his destiny. It just wasn't his destiny to beat the Rated R Superstar at WrestleMania 27, which pissed me off because he lost. But that's how it goes. Then he went on. I mean, he's born for greatness. That's what he said, and it's true. Like I said, he came on the scene and he dominated. Took out Christian and Rey Mysterio. He went on to win the Rumble. He won the Money in the Bank. He became the undisputed WWE Champion twice. Who can say they had a better first year than that? Sheamus, just because he won the WWE, he's the second fastest rising person to win the WWE Championship. No. Alberto had the best year. 2011 will and forever will be known as the year that Alberto Del Rio stood up above the rest. Simple as that. And then, he was out of the title hunt. He was doing all this shit with Orton. It was getting a little boring. Big Show and Alberto faced Sheamus off. Everything happened. Big Show went on to win the title, and now Alberto is champion because it's his destiny still. It's his destiny. He has 3 world titles under his belt, and he's still young in his career, but I believe that he has a Hall of Fame career. I mean, a lot of you people are thinking that's stupid. He doesn't. He does. I think he has the accolades. You know what I mean? I would love to see him win a King of the Ring just to tie with Edge and have won the Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, and King of the Ring. I would love to see him go on to win 5 more world titles in the future. But Alberto is one of the best. Big Show now. I mean, I've been on and off whether or not I like or dislike the Big Show, but at this point, I'm not a big fan of the Monster anymore. I was happy he became a heel because I was tired of the whole waving to the crowd and hugging little kids. It was just... To me, every monster should be a heel. I don't see why they turned them face. Mark Henry, they turned face. Khali, Big Show, Kane. No point in it. All former world champions. But let's just get off topic real quick. To me, there was one monster that they did not turn face once ever in his career, who did not win a world title, who deserved it, and that was Umaga. Umaga, former Intercontinental Champion, deserved a world title because he was a monster, point freaking blank. Now he's dead, sadly. Rest in peace for him. Now, just move on back to what I was saying about the Big Show. He had this ironclad contract or whatever, so he could do whatever he wanted. He went on to win the World Championship, which was shocking to me. That Hell in a Cell match, I mean, not the Hell in a Cell match, but Hell in a Cell was a great match. They had a better match than CM Punk and Ryback, the main event, and they had a better match. Sad. The worst Hell in a Cell ever, CM Punk and Ryback, just saying. But and I wanted Big Show to lose that world title, but he just kept finding a way to beat Sheamus. Then he lost to Birdie. Hey fella Birdie. This last man standing match, I'm hoping will be a little bit longer and a little bit more brutal. I mean, yeah, we may not see any blood or broken bones or nothing, but at least we can see a little bit better. I've had my doubts over these past few weeks. Alberto Del Rio, like JBL was saying, poking at the Giant, not a good idea. I agree, it was not a good idea. So that's what's kind of like, can he beat the Big Show again? So after looking at Big Show and Alberto leading up to this Sunday, my pick to win the World Heavyweight Championship in this last standing match is Alberto Del Rio. Not a shocker, my boy. But at the same time, I have a little doubt that he could win it. But I think Big Show could. He's more aggressive than ever to win it back. My pick is Alberto, but at the same time, my thought is Big Show could do it. He could possibly win it. So I'm tied, who could win it? So that's my pick, Alberto. But like I said, we'll see. Next, the match that the world wanted to see. Finally, The Rock will come back to Phoenix, Arizona at the Royal Rumble, and this Mexican isn't gonna be there. Sucks. Rocky versus Punk. Boots to asses versus knees to face. I mean, what's not better than that? The Rock, who wants to become the WWE champion and end the 430 some days. I lost count after like 200 and something. I stopped keeping count, even though they talk about it. I just stopped keeping count of holding that title. CM Punk has that gold, and The Rock wants it. The Rock feels it. The Rock had his once in a lifetime moment with Cena. It was the greatest moment, but I believe The Rock's greatest moment, not necessarily in his career, but at this point in time, will be to end CM Punk's reign as the world champion. The Rock is a magnificent guy in the ring. I mean, I didn't watch WWE during the Attitude Era, sadly. I'm only 18 years old. I didn't start watching WWE till the end of 03. I watched a little bit of 04, so I didn't get to follow The Rock's career. I've seen matches. I've watched Attitude Era on YouTube. I've seen it. He's a magnificent guy, though. In my mind, he is in the right place at the right time to end Punk's reign. And he swore, as God is his witness, that he is walking into Phoenix, Arizona Royal Rumble, and he is walking out the world champion. I can possibly see that happen. I can possibly see The Rock being the knight in shiny armor. He can do it. He can do what Cena couldn't do, what Big Show couldn't do, what Daniel Bryan couldn't do, what Chris Jericho couldn't do, what Dolph Ziggler couldn't do, what Ryback couldn't do. He can do what those guys could not accomplish. He has beaten everybody thus far. He beat Alberto Del Rio, Survivor Series 2011, to win that world title day one. And he has stopped everybody in his path. But The Rock, he's never faced The Rock. He doesn't know what it's like to step in the ring with the Brahma Bull. So, Rocky could possibly be the guy to do it. Sorry, I keep looking at the window. I think something's here. But anyway, now on to CM Punk. Self-proclaimed best in the world. needs to face his longest reigning WWE champion in the last, 25 years. He surpassed Hogan, Michaels, Austin, Cena, Taker. He's Nash, all of them. He has surpassed every single one of them. I never thought anyone was going to pass Cena. I literally thought John Cena is going to hold that record with that title. If it wasn't for Orton, it wasn't for him getting injured back in 07, who knows when he would have lost that title. Could have been No Mercy. Could have been WrestleMania 24. It could have been WrestleMania 25. He could have held it for longer. But due to an injury, it ended. But that's what I think to myself. What if Cena wouldn't got injured? Do you guys really think he could have held that title for longer? I think he could have. But anyway, like I was saying, CM Punk has done something that people will remember for the next 25 years. And that is hold that title for 30 some days now. He is the best in the world. Back-to-back Money in the Bank winner. Cashed in on Edge, won his first world title. Cashed in on Jeff Hardy, won the world title. He has done it all. The Straight Edge Society, the Nexus, you name it. He has circumvented everything. He has said he is the best wrestler, best on the mic, best wrestler. He's everything in that ring. I never see a performance from CM Punk and not be disappointed, except for Hell in a Cell against Ryback. I was very disappointed. But other than that, he goes out there and he dominates. CM Punk has come up from that kid who kept talking about that he was straight edge, wrestling around in ROH, to being the longest reigning WWE champion of all time. If you people don't think he's the best in the world, then I'm sorry, but slap yourself. He is definitely the best in the world at what he does. Jericho may be the best in the world at what he does, but CM Punk definitely is the best in the world when he steps into that ring. The microphone skills, the pipe bomb. CM Punk could do anything in that ring. Just anything, man. His accolades are amazing. Former ECW champion, former World Heavyweight champion, current WWE champion, former World Tag Team, former Intercontinental champion, former back-to-back Money in the Bank winner. It says it all. Does he have a Hall of Fame career? Possibly. He's almost there. Maybe a Royal Rumble win or a King of the Ring winner, some other type of accolade will really say, all right, he has a Hall of Fame career, but right now he's right there. CM Punk wants to be known as the guy who can go on to defend that title once again at WrestleMania. To steal the show once more. And I can see it. CM Punk is amazing. Rock is amazing. It is going to be a match that I do not want to miss. I will be watching. So my pick to win that match for all the glory and to say that I walked into Phoenix, Arizona and walked out champion will be the great one, CM Punk. Because CM Punk truly is the great one, more than The Rock to me. And a lot of you people are probably who might watch this are gonna be like, just another kid who didn't watch the Attitude Era, so he thinks they suck. Rocky's great, but he is the title, the great one. But CM Punk has earned the title to be known as the best in the world and the greatest in the world. So my pick to win that match is CM Punk. CM Punk is going to continue that reign. I want to see CM Punk go on to WrestleMania. And those rumors going around of him possibly facing Undertaker. If he faces Undertaker, I will be so excited. And there will be a 20-1. CM Punk can do it. That's for later on if it possibly happens. But just to kind of a little, hopefully in the future, it will happen. CM Punk vs. Undertaker, WrestleMania 29. I want to see it 20-1. Just saying. Which leaves me to the Royal Rumble match. The match that the people want to see. Dang, I've been talking for 20 minutes now. I spent like 10 minutes talking about the Divas in the tag team, and I spent another freaking 10 talking about the World and the WWE Championship. Now I'm going to take another possibly 10 about the Royal Rumble. This year's Royal Rumble is the best to me. We have everybody. Monday Night Raw, Cena has said he's going to win the Rumble. That brawl happened. It was amazing. I'm so happy about it. Actually, before I get into that Rumble match, I forgot about Antonio Cesaro and The Miz. I don't really want to go in a whole lot of depth about them. It's just a pre-show to me. Miz is great. Antonio Cesaro's great. I don't like the kid that much, but he's very good in that ring. My pick to win that match is The Miz. I want Miz to win the U.S. title again. Antonio Cesaro, sorry, bro. That's just my pick. I don't really want to go in depth about it. All right. Back to the Royal Rumble. This year is a little different to me because for the past few years, I actually had an idea of who was going to win the Rumble. People around kept talking and they kind of knew it. From 2008 till last year, I kind of had a sense. People probably had a sense. It wasn't a spoiler or anything. People just thought, I think I know who's going to win due to the storylines. 2008, Cena got injured back in 2007. I thought Cena has to return and win the Rumble. It's a perfectly good time to shock everyone. Sure the hell enough it. He did. Won. 2009, Randy Orton punted McMahon in the head, and everybody's like, he's going to get fired. He's going to get fired. But then I thought, if he wins the Rumble, they can't fire him because he has to main event WrestleMania. He won it. 2010, everybody was talking about, oh, Jeff Hardy might return and win it. Edge could do it. Everybody thought it's either going to be Jeff Hardy or Edge. And sure enough, Edge returned, number 29, and won the Royal Rumble. 2011, Alberto Del Rio talked so much about winning that Rumble, about his destiny, that, I mean, you might as well have just plastered it as a spoiler on WWE.com before then that Alberto was going to win it, because he sure the hell did, because it was just the perfect timing for him to do it, and it was right with the storyline. Last year was a little iffy because everybody thought Jericho was going to win. Nobody had any idea Sheamus was going to do it, just because he was big at the time. They didn't think of anything of it. I didn't either. It was a little bit of a shocker, but I saw it happen due to what was going on in the storyline. This year, there is no storyline between these guys that says you're going to win the Rumble for sure. I don't even know. I usually have a good sense of who's going to win. I don't know. I can't say this guy's going to win it. I can give you a few people who I believe could win it. First person I believe can win it due to the storylines, John Cena. You guys might not be a big fan of him. I'm not certainly a big fan of the guy, but I've actually come to the whole sense of the whole Cena sucks and he's getting old, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, you guys don't like him. I get it. Cena sucks, blah, blah. But I'm kind of done saying, oh, Cena sucks. I have respect for the guy for what he does outside of WWE. But inside of WWE, if he wasn't as big as he was, maybe I'd be a fan of him again. But we'll see. But for the reason why I think John Cena has a chance of winning this Rumble is because he is in the right place. He had not the worst year last year, but he had a pretty bad year. And it has been over a year since John Cena has been a world champion. Last time he was champion, it was Night of Champions 2011 when he beat Alberto and then lost at Hell in a Cell. Then went on to face Rocky, and it's just been bad. Royal Rumble, he faced Kane last year, ended in a double countout. Elimination Chamber, he faced him in an ambulance match. The match that people want to see for years happens, he loses. Everybody's like, Cena's going to win. They have to make him win. I went behind The Rock. I was like, there's no way Cena can do it. But he didn't do it, you know what I mean? So I was right about that prediction. But like I said, the reason why I believe he's going to win is because of the worst year he had. The loss to Brock Lesnar. He couldn't beat CM Punk in his hometown. Cena won the Money in the Bank and became the first person to cash it in and lose. He had his problem. I mean, now he has problems with AJ and Dolph. I mean, he was with that scandal with Vicky Guerrero. He had a very bad year. That is why I believe this is it. A redemption for John Cena. If he wins this Royal Rumble and goes on to headline main event WrestleMania, there's nothing much to say. This year will kick off with the champ is here. You guys may not like that, but I mean, I believe Cena could do it and rewrite what happened last year. Just pour the white out over that page of his career and start fresh. Tear it out, shred that page, and continue. That is why I think Cena could win it, because of how last year ended and how it began and ended and how everything just went bad for him. This year, I believe Cena will have a good year, but he has to win that Rumble. The next person I think could win it is Randy Orton. He is my favorite superstar of all time. I haven't been behind him since day one, but he is my guy. He's my favorite superstar. I love Randy Orton. He is amazing. The reason why I think he could win it though is because just like John Cena, last year he did not have a good year. He didn't necessarily have as bad as Cena, but I mean it started off pretty bad with the whole WrestleMania loss to Kane. He got suspended. He returned, got shots at the world title, but I mean they took him out of the title picture. Same with John Cena. It's been over a year since he's held that world title, since he lost to Mark Henry at Night of Champions of 2011. And with all this talk, I've been hearing this talk since last year around Hell in a Cell time that Orton was going to turn heel. It's not. I can see it happen. I'm not trying to say I can't, but I don't see when it's going to happen. I believe if Orton wins the Royal Rumble, it is the perfect time for him and the Sheamus feud, because they talked about them possibly headlining WrestleMania together. It is the perfect time to turn this man heel, have him win the Rumble, go on to headline WrestleMania, win the World Heavyweight Championship, and the Viper will truly be back with that heel, and he'll have a good year. 3. Sheamus. And the reason why I think Sheamus could win it is because of what happened last year. He had a great year, but around the ending, it kind of started sucking for him with the whole Big Show and everything. Plus, it is the last person we saw win a back-to-back Rumble was Stone Cold. I believe WWE is ready to redefine history and have Sheamus win it. Sheamus is in the right place. He is still a top guy. He did not drop. He is still a top guy. He's leading SmackDown right now, along with, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but Big Show kind of is leading SmackDown with him, but not a lot though. It's not like he's leading 50%. He's like leading maybe like 7% of SmackDown. Sheamus is leading it. That is why I believe Orton could turn heel, because they don't need Orton to lead SmackDown anymore. They have Sheamus. But for Sheamus to win the Royal Rumble this year will be amazing to me, because I believe he could do it. I believe they can rewrite history and have him win it, have him go on to WrestleMania, and even if he doesn't face Orton, but for him to make history, to become another person to win another Rumble. I mean, nobody has won another Rumble who's already won one since Stone Cold. That is why if they do it, it will be history in the making, and Sheamus will continue to be a big guy. We won't have to worry about, are they going to turn him heel? Are they going to make him a mid-carder? You know, that's just me. And my fourth guy that I think could win it, I have more, but these are the guys I have reasons for it, is Dolph Ziggler. And it's because not only did he win that, beat the clock, but I think Ziggler can do it. Yeah, he has the Money in the Bank. You guys are thinking, why is he going to win the Rumble? But I've always had this dream of having that Undisputed Championship come back, or someone being the Undisputed Champion. I believe Dolph Ziggler could do it. I believe he can win the Rumble, win the World Title, win the WWE Championship, then cash in at WrestleMania or so, and win the World Heavyweight and become the Undisputed World Champion. I want it to happen. It would be great. Also, I don't think it's possible, but I've always had this, ever since now, because I'm pretty sure if I'm right, he is the second longest reigning Money in the Bank holder. The first one was Edge. Edge held it for 10 long months, and Dolph is the second right now. And I also always had this weird thought, what if WWE made a twist that Dolph would hold on to that Money in the Bank all the way till Money in the Bank of this year. And I know you guys it's not possible, but I'm just saying it would be crazy if it did happen, if he cashed in the Money in the Bank on a Money in the Bank holder. Let's say it was running out, the world champion wasn't you know what I mean? The world champion wasn't so hurt, then let's say Big Show had the world title at that time, and next year's winner was let's say they use Zack Ryder as Santino winning it. You guys are he's going to lose it or whatever. And then they go in to cash it in. Big Show knocks him out or something. And then Dolph Ziggler comes out and cashes in the Money in the Bank on the Money in the Bank holder. So he gets a whole new renew. So he has another year to cash that in. Because I think that would be pretty cool. To have a very long reigning Money in the Bank holder. And then out of nowhere, just like that. Just cash it in. But better than anyone. So I think there's, that's just on the side note, but I think Ziggler's in the right place to do it. As for who I believe really is going to win, the person who I believe is going to win the Royal Rumble, and this person I believe can do it, is, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win the Rumble. I don't have a prediction of who of one person who's gonna do it. Those are 4 people I believe can do it. The rest, I mean, Wade Barrett could be one. Kofi. Those are just guys I can think of right now that could possibly win it. And then we have surprise entrants. Supposedly Carlito and Shelton could be making an appearance. We could possibly see Triple H. I don't know. He may want to make it. We know Booker T's not going to do it. I doubt Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole are going to do it. I mean, I don't know who's going to do it, who's going to win it this year. But I will be watching. And whoever wins it, I'm not necessarily going to be pissed or mad because the person, I don't have a one choice of who's going to win it. That's my prediction, guys, for the Royal Rumble. It's going to be a big year. I mean, this is the pay-per-view that not only starts off the road to WrestleMania, but that starts off the year. And it's crazy because you see how the Royal Rumble starts, and then you watch the final pay-per-view of WWE, which is usually TLC, and it's like, man, how much a year has gone by and who the champions are and how many storylines went on, and you just re-look. That's why I'm ready for this. Sorry, I keep looking that way. But that's all I really have to talk about. So thanks, guys, for if you're watching this. I know today's the Rumble, and I'm pretty sure you guys aren't going to be watching prediction videos. Maybe you are, actually. So hit a like, comment if you want, who you think. You know what I mean? I want you guys to actually comment who you think are going to win. Who's going to win the Rumble? Who's going to win the WWE title, the World Heavyweight, the Divas, the Tag Team, the US? Just throw it out there and tell me what you guys think. So thanks a lot, guys. Peace.